What up, world? Welcome to the Janeau show, Jeremiah's point of view. As you know, this video will be on my YouTube channel, Janeau show, YouTube channel. So go watch videos, and subscribe, and leave comments. Also, drop 2 videos this week so far. Of course, my new series that I do now called Point of View, or random shit. It's just me getting a lot of shit off my mind, off my chest. It's always at the beginning of the week. It also gets me to start, thinking about everything else, and start help me with my podcast episodes, and also helps me with other videos coming up in the week. So I just go in there and just talk about any and everything. Also, my other video this week is question of the week. I did that earlier this week. The question of the week was, does time really heal all? I'm starting to see a lot of y'all on social media really liking that clip. So, the whole video is out on my YouTube channel, like I said. Also, did a podcast episode earlier in the week. In the podcast episode earlier in the week was titled Too Many Opinions and Not Enough Time. So go listen to that. I might do another one tomorrow. I want to do one tomorrow. But I gotta go to the doctor first. So, so hopefully I get a chance to do one tomorrow, and I will drop it hopefully. Yeah. So, and keep subscribing. Keep following me on social media pages. Brand Janeau Show, Instagram, Twitter, Janeau. And also just continue to follow me, and also show me some love, man. Keep commenting. I love comments. I would love it. That gives me more confidence in myself and continue to push me forward. So let's get to it. Of course, this is the series where my podcast video series where I speak on songs that have impacted my life and also taught me lessons. And I think I've said this enough, but one of my favorite rappers, top 5 rappers ever to me, is he's in his class to me personally, is Rick Ross. Rick Ross is one of my favorite rappers. I've never heard a Rick Ross album where I didn't hear his consistency. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard anybody that really likes like hip hop. I would say Rick Ross album. That album sucked. That was a bad album. I've never heard it. I've heard, okay, I've even been like, I can't understand what he's trying to get to, so maybe this album isn't for me yet. And now I go back and listen to the albums, and I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Why I maybe didn't understand it then, because he was teaching lessons that maybe applied to me now than it was then. So, yeah, but Rick Ross is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Consistency, man. His like I said, man, I've never heard a Rick Ross album, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to get from this. I know exactly what I'm about to get from a Rick Ross album. I know exactly the level of skill and greatness he has, and from the first moment I ever heard him on Boys in the Hood song. You know what I'm saying? He was the first person off that song. He was the first person on that song, and he rapped off and goes, and he just went off, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then he dropped Port of Miami, and Port of Miami is such a classic debut album. It's top of the line up there. So, and so on and so forth. All of his albums, Deeper Than Rap, Teflon Don, so many, man, so many classic albums. You know, God Forgives, I Don't. Put of Miami 2. Uh, even his mixtapes are so legendary. It's crazy, the Rich Forever mixtape is still got to be like top shit 3 mixtapes I ever heard in my life. It's just a classic fucking mixtape. Um, but one of those songs on his project, still to this day, I listen to, and I'm still like, damn, this shit still go hard to this day. It is still to this day one of my favorite cross out songs that he's ever done. Off his album Mastermind. It's called Blessing in Disguise. And Blessing in Disguise is such a great song, man. It's a beautiful beat. It's a beautiful instrumental. And he works with, a legend, an icon, and Scarface. And, where I live now, I've been in Houston for damn near over a decade plus. Over a decade now. So, of course, when I first got to Houston, I started listening to their favorite artist of all time, Zero, and Zero on there, and you could hear like it fit like Zero fit that song so perfectly. It's crazy. But Scarface on there, and he's just rapping, man. Scarface gets into the line, I live just enough just to get mine. Fame, I don't never rep mine. Like just that, like, and then he gets into like, I've been knowing Ross since he was Teflon, same nigga then back now is even more advanced now. So it was just like the fact he was just like talking about how them two became cool, and then he met him, and then they still are still cool and still tight. And then Zero just gets on there, and Scarface actually ends his verse with, a blessing in disguise, if you ask me. I was just about to hit the highway with my last key. Maybe God has intervened so many times that he's done in my life before it got worse for me. He intervened in my life, and he knew something that I didn't at that time. So thank God for you finally, like, you coming in, stepping in for me. And then Ross comes on there, and he just goes in, and he has those moments where, you could tell where. I always say I like songs that's not on the album that you like. You gotta dig deep into go and get the song, and it's the big single off the project. I like songs that you kind of have to like really listen to. And Blessing in Disguise is such a great song that is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unmatched. So, and Zero on the hook is like just like every time it come around, I think the devil be trying to get his hands on me. And he's just talking like the hook in the song is so impactful to me. And I'm fucking up because I haven't heard it in a minute, but I'm but when I hear it, I know exactly what it is. But it's such a great song, but it goes to show you how great Rick Ross' greatness is, because he's got another song, Tears of Joy, that has that same type of impact on me, because like him and CeeLo Green, Tears of Joy is such a great, CeeLo's voice on Tears of Joy is incredible, but Ross has so many great songs, so many countless hits to me, and it's not the radio records. I don't give a fuck about radio records. I mean, yeah, Aston Martin music and Dice Pineapple, all that cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like songs that I kind of have to like sit and be like, no, this is really good. Like Maybach Music, and not just group like him and Jay-Z's first, or Maybach Music 2, where him, Wayne, and Kanye and T-Pain on there, and they just going in. Or even the new Maybach Music with John Legend and Wayne. Like, that's a pretty dope song. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross is, to me, like I said, top 5 rapper of all time to me, personally. I can't speak for everybody. I speak for myself. His consistency, his greatness with the albums. And I've never heard a verse where Rick Ross, I don't feel like Rick Ross ever didn't put his all into a verse or, truly believe, like, this is the song that I'm going to go. So, even, like, also his knowledge of knowing things, like, the Drake verse on Stay Scheming. That's Ross' song. Ross didn't even like try to rap. He literally gave that shit to Drake and let Drake just run. Like, he just let Drake go. Like, go ahead. Their collaborations, man, and Made Man and all the Drake and Ross collaborations. I really do want them to do a project. Hell, Ross is the reason why YOLO is actually the motto. If you listen to Take Care, if you listen to their song on Take Care, Lord knows Ross says that before his verse. YOLO, you only live once. And he goes in, and I'm like, damn, man, Ross actually had a chance to take that verse. If he really knew what he was saying, it was just a gem, he was just throwing that shit into the verse. But Drake heard that and was like, I heard him say that shit, and I was like, that's pretty interesting. And he created a whole fucking movement off that shit. So, yeah, man, Ross is a fucking legend, man. So, I don't know when he's dropping his new album. I think it's called Richer Than I Am or something like that. I forgot what the fuck he called it. But, Richer Than I Was Before, something like that. But I can't wait. Ross has never disappointed me with any album that he's ever dropped. So yeah, and I know if he really is going in, it's gonna be a good album. So, Blessing in Disguise. Go listen to Mastermind. Actually, go listen to that whole project. That fucking project is dope. Mastermind is such a I think that's peak Ross. Actually, to be honest with you, like, cause he was in his bag. Devil Is a Lie with Jay-Z, who another one. He just, when they get together, they just know some shit. In My Vein with The Weeknd. In Vain with The Weeknd, like, yeah. Yeah, Mastermind is a very dope project. So go listen to it. Go listen to all Rick Ross music, man. I'm not the only one that. Go listen to all Rick Ross music. You're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I can see where he's going with this. If you haven't heard it, I don't know how you cannot hear Rick Ross music, but go with that. Yeah. So like I said, man, one more podcast episode probably tomorrow. Hopefully, I get to do it if I'm not doing crazy. If I don't have a lot of shit going on, but hopefully I get to do it tomorrow. But if not, I will be back next week with new music, new episode of songs that impacted my life. Also taught me lessons. Also, I will be back with a question of the week and more random shit. Or is it a point of view? Who knows? In another podcast episode. I might do 2 next week if I don't do 1 this week. So, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, man. And enjoy yourselves, man. Enjoy your life. And stay safe, man. Stay safe. Whatever that means to you, stay safe. So, I'll talk to you guys soon, man. Peace. Brand Janeau Show YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to watch this whole video. Peace.